My people, the way Northerners are receiving woto in this Tinubu government is so alarming, honestly. Like, someone need to say this. So finally, Oshiomhole don't scatter everywhere, even though that this news is not new anyway, because Nigerians know what is going on in the north when it comes to illegal mining. But in this particular video, Oshiomhole really said it all. Like, he exposed the Northerners about the illegal mining that is happening in the north. Just take a listen.
Those involved in this illegal mining, they use choppers. They procure arms exactly the same way as our military were doing in the South. They give them arms. They use choppers to come and cut away the gold. And they take them out of this country and make billions of US dollars. And the federal government is not doing what it should be doing. I took this letter to the former president when I was national chairman of APC. And I said, call the general to give you more brief. In fact, what is happening, or what subsequently happened in that part of the country, was exactly what the general told me was going to happen. Because these guys have been weaponized by the illegal big men who deploy them, secure territories, and the weapon is meant to protect the Chinese and other foreigners who they actually employ to carry out the mining. And on occasion, they use the same weapon to carry out banditry, kidnapping, and all of the terrible things that are going on. Chief of Committee Chairman of Defense Staff, tell the defense I said so. That with some retired military officers, army officers are involved in it. The day we can't tell the truth, this country cannot flourish. We can't change our, when it affects our people, we are at our best. We talk strong. Some other people appear to be above the law. That is what is going on with solid mineral. It is not that we don't know where it is. We have a whole survey of where we have what across the length and breadth of Nigeria. We also know, everybody complaining about certain people from certain nationalities. How they got here, even as we are talking now, they are doing those illegal mining. And those guys are getting richer when Nigeria State is getting poorer. But we carry the consequences of banditry, kidnapping, and that thing, which these on illegal armed men, which they equip. Sir, who can afford to buy a chopper to land in an illegal mining site, cut away gold, return to Sediti, and then on the way to airport, bam, take them out of the country? This is happening. So I agree with you, but my position is that we shouldn't, as senators, be lamenting. As senators, we should fix the problem. We should tell the executive, you must deploy exactly the same force that you deploy against illegal oil bunkering. That same force should be deployed to deal with criminals who are money. When I say criminal, it can be a retired general, it can be a retired permanent secretary, it can be a retired trade unionist or a retired labor leader. Whoever is involved, they should be dealt with. Let Nigeria see that we are not condoning this. We are not lamenting what is going on.
Wow, very heavy accusations there, very, very weighty accusations, talking about the retired general's involvement, government's double standards, the impact on security, and of course, a call to action there by Comrade Adams Oshiomhole. These allegations have reignited debates on illegal mining in Nigeria. We do have Delalake, who of course is the minister in charge of our mineral resources. I wonder what he has to say in response to what's going on. But it definitely highlights the systemic issues in the regulation of natural resources and the need, again, like I said, for a robust response. However, these accusations are also sparking controversy over what they are calling the lack of evidence and the damage that has been done to the reputation of some of these military officers, these retired generals, and it underscores the importance of transparency and accountability in addressing these illegal mining issues while avoiding, unsubstantiated claims. Well, it's been put out. I believe that at this point, the ministry should be looking to investigate, have a sit down with the comrade and find out exactly where, what the evidence is. And if there is evidence, what exactly is going to be done about it? Because like he said, Nigeria, some people are getting richer every single day by shipping out our resources, and we still have 150 million plus Nigerians living below the poverty line. Your thoughts?
Well, very weighty allegations, no doubt, but it's not the first time that this type of suggestions will come out, pointing, accusing fingers at either the retired or even serving generals in the army who are complicit, not only in illegal mining, but also in oil theft in the Niger Delta. You may disagree with Comrade Adams Oshiomhole on many things. It might be verbose sometimes, his politics might be, kind of diluted sometimes, but you can't fault him when it comes to consistent attempts to speak truth to power. And he does that very well. You recall what he also did is his intervention when the CBN governor was going to be confirmed by the Senate. He made a lot of issues that anybody that is serious, will consider before making your choice. So now he has also spoken about an important subject that is at the heart of why Nigeria is not fulfilling its potential. And I think that the question I asked, that we as senators should not be lamenting, because we are a lot higher in status than an average Nigerian who is asking questions. So they should be providing solutions, not just asking questions. He made reference to the fact that in 2021, he took a letter to General Buhari, who was the president then. He was, chairman of APC. I don't know what to make of that, because Buhari didn't leave until 2023. So it meant that Buhari had a letter alleging that certain retired generals, possibly juniors to Muhammadu Buhari when he was the head of state or when he was general, were complicit in illegal mining. Okay, is Adams Oshiomhole saying that the president neglected to do anything? Okay, now we're back here. Oshiomhole is the senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He's as close to the president as Mr. Dele Alaki that you referenced, who's the honorable minister, for mines and natural resources. This message to me is not just for Nigerians to say, oh, really, is that what is going on? This message, for me, essentially, is for two people. The commander-in-chief, who's the president of the Federal Republic, and the national security advisor, who the president, by the way, has selected to chair the reconciliation committee for the Ogonis, because we are trying to prospect oil again, in that region. But what Adams Oshiomhole is referencing is also very important, given the amount of money that Nigeria stands to gain, that Nigeria is already losing, that our Mustafa, who was the CSO to Abacha in those days, made copious references to, in terms of lithium that have been stolen, in terms of everything. If you recall, part of the reason why the junta in Niger Republic, took over last year was because of the allegations against France and how they are, dealing with that country as far as their natural resources are concerned. Oshiomhole is mentioning Chinese companies, is mentioning some nationals that are feeding fat on our natural resources, and then we are debating it in Senate. It's not a state of emergency. We have had two Ekiti people as minister, Dr. Kayode Fayemi before Dele Alaki, both from Ekiti, both with closeness to the president. I think that this should be one of the most important topics that anybody should be discussing. Absolutely. It's a pity that Group Captain Said Shehu, whom we were expecting to come and discuss this matter, couldn't make it to the, to the studio in Abuja today. But again, this issue should not be treated lightly. It should not leave everybody's lips until something is done about it.
I agree with both of you. I mean, fearless Adams Oshiomhole. Fearless. I mean, the comrade, that's what we call him. We've known him to speak truth to power, like Steve has said. But he's been talking a lot. But, I mean, what comes out of all of these meetings and, these Senate committees? What really comes out of it? He said, and I quote, "These people that are doing this illegal mining are retired generals. We know them." He actually said, "We know them," in one breath. And then towards the end, he's like, whoever they are. So, I mean, Senator Adams Oshiomhole, I mean, I think you also owe it to Nigerians to actually name who these people are. If you say you know them, please, would like to know them. I believe last year, the Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji Ojo, launched what they call, I believe, mining marshals to checkmate this sort of illegal mining. And I believe it was in collaboration with Dele Alake, even had met them last year. And we want to know, what really are these marshals doing? These army generals or whoever he said, it may not be army generals, it might be trade union generals or whoever they are. They need to be named. Because I mean, if people know these people, why is it that the Nigerian public have to suffer? Why can't you? I mean, it's not a big deal. Name them so we can know who they are. At the end of the day, that's really
evidence you have.
Bring out your evidence. The oil bunkering, like he said, have been tackled. Decisively. I mean, we've seen people blowing up ships, cargoes, and all of this. Is another sector that needs to be really dealt with. I mean, kudos to Adams Oshiomhole also for speaking up, because if we don't have this sort of conversations, there is no movement.
Can I just quickly add, because we've had responses from two retared generals, Brigadier General John Sura. He's dismissed the claims as false, emphasizing that retired generals, and then the General Bashir Adewimbi also denied any knowledge of this illegal mining. So those two, they've come out to quickly say, I'm not involved. So
but there needs to be an investigation, and Adams Oshiomhole should be in the center, because he's saying that he knows who they are and
whoever they are.
He said, we know them, and whoever they are. Okay. All right. I guess we'll call him over so he can speak to the public again.
So, my people, I hope you guys heard what Adam Oshiomhole said in this particular video. Like, he really exposed the Northerners. Okay, before we know that there is this illegal mining that is going on there, but we did not even have idea that there are retired generals. So, if he's in a same country, like, they are not supposed to be debating this in the Senate. Like, action supposed to follow, like, immediately. We are in Nigeria, so after this now, the matter will just die down. And Nigeria government will do absolutely nothing, and the illegal mining will continue. But kudos to Adam Oshiomhole for the courage to say what he said. I don't know what you think. I would love you guys to leave your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about what Oshiomhole said here? And also, don't forget to share the video. Give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next update. Goodbye for now.
Welcome to